My friend, there are people who assume that Jesus was poor. There are people who also say the disciples of Jesus were poor. Do you know that Jesus was not a poor man? Do you know that the disciples of Jesus were not poor? I don't have time to go into details on every disciple, but let me just take you to a short journey. Do you know Matthew? Nephew was called the tax collector. Nephew used to be the one who works in the tax collection office. He was not a poor man. In fact, the Bible says when he was about to follow Jesus, he made a party, he made a feast. In those days, only the rich could make a feast. Do you remember about James and John when Jesus called them? The Bible says they were fishing, they were fishermen. It was a family business. They were with their father, and it was not just them fishing with a rod, but they were fishing with nets. The Bible says they had servants. It was a business. These people were not poor people. Do you remember even Jesus himself carried what we call a money bag? The Bible says Judas Iscariot was the one in charge of the money bag. There was a time when a certain lady bought a very expensive perfume, and the Bible says Judas Iscariot said this perfume could have been sold and given to the poor. Meaning, by him saying that, or by the disciples saying this has to be given to the poor, that suggests that they knew themselves that they were not poor. Jesus said to them, the poor, you'll always have them. As for me, you'll not always have me. So he never identified himself with the poor.